If you're planning to head to South Korea during winter, this is your ultimate South Korea winter travel guide. Traditionally, everybody heads to South Korea during the famous cherry blossom season, but personally, I enjoy going in winter, and there are several reasons why. One, the cold keeps tourists away, which generally translates to cheaper flight tickets, cheaper hotel fares, and shorter queues to tourist attraction spots. And secondly, South Korea really gets into the Christmas/festive season with pop-ups, light installations, and festivals galore that have to be seen to be believed. I have spent 4 winters in South Korea, and this is my Korea travel guide, Winter Edition, where I will be covering absolutely everything from what to pack, what to wear, all the way to things that you need to eat and do when you're in South Korea during this magical season. By the way, I'm Steve from the Fat Life Project, and I regularly do travel guides such as this one that you're watching here. If you enjoy traveling, you should consider subscribing so that we can go on more travel adventures together. Guys, I'm also editing the video now and realizing that it is a bit longer than usual. So just so you know, this video is divided into 3 main sections. The first section is going to be what to pack and bring. The second section will be about places to go. And the third section will be about what to eat. And I have divided those chapters in my description box, so feel free to skip ahead. You can always come back to the other chapters later, okay? With that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Let's first start off by talking about what to wear, and fortune favors the prepared, especially when you're heading to South Korea in winter season, as the temperatures can dip to double-digit negatives. I'm recording this back in Malaysia at the moment where it's tropical, but in South Korea winter, you want to make sure you have your winter gear, but do bear in mind that the indoor areas are generally heated, and so you want to dress in layers so that you have options. The outdoor temperatures can also vary day to day, but in general, you want to make sure you have a good solid winter jacket that looks like this. This is my go-to, and I have survived Korea and Japan winters in this. This is not sponsored at all. I use Kathmandu. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I particularly like this one because it goes all the way down to my knees. I mean, I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that or is it just because I'm short, but it is one of the key reasons why I like this jacket. You will already know that you need to have some winter gloves handy for winter, but what you may not know if you're not already subscribed for my Japan travel content previously is that I am a huge fan of these little heat bags that I got for I think $9 from Kathmandu. They heat up to a very comfortable 55 degrees Celsius, and the heat kind of stays for about 30-35 minutes. And to activate it, you see this little thing here, you just snap it, and you will know that it's activated when the clear pouch starts to go cloudy like this. It keeps your hands warm. I also, when I have my jacket on, I like to have it at the back here, but it's so handy. I always have at least 2 of these in my travel bags. You also are going to be doing a lot of walking around as you do on any travel. You want to have a comfortable pair of walking shoes. I mean, even walking between platforms at a single station can be quite the walking adventure. But what about things to do? There are of course things such as Korean cafes and museums that you can check out all year long, but in this video I'm gonna specifically focus on things that you can do in South Korea during the winter season. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that South Korea really gets into the Christmas spirit, so here are some iconic Christmas spots you need to check out. Starting with the most famous one of them all, the COEX Star-Filled Library in Seoul. That is a tourist spot that you no doubt would have already seen during your pre-trip research or if you've been to Seoul before. But did you know the space transforms into a breathtaking spectacle during the Christmas season? The key feature of the space is this towering Christmas tree that takes center stage, adorned with twinkling lights and ornaments that you have to check out. One of the key key festivals that runs in Seoul during this festive season is the Seoul Winter Festa. It is the largest winter festival in Korea, and the festival generally runs from the 13th of December all the way to the 5th of January, illuminating 6 iconic locations across Seoul, of which I would recommend you start off with the Seoul Light Gwanghwamun, which transforms the iconic Gwanghwamun gates into a spectacular light show site. The show starts from around 5 p.m. every night and runs for about 10 minutes each round. And once you're done with the light show at Gwanghwamun Square, don't forget to head on over to the Gwanghwamun Christmas markets located at the Gwanghwamun Square. The markets light up with various pop-up installations, and there are also food vendors selling seasonal winter treats to keep you cozy in the winter chill. Visitors can also shop for unique handmade gifts, from traditional crafts to modern holiday trinkets, making it an excellent spot for finding some thoughtful presents. The festive atmosphere of the market makes it a must visit for anyone looking to experience the magic of Christmas in Seoul. Though I have to say that my personal highlight of the Seoul Winter Festa was checking out the Seoul Lantern Festival at the Cheonggyecheon stream. The festival honors the rich cultural heritage of the country with its traditional lantern making artistry. Watch as the stream comes alive with vibrant, intricately designed lanterns that depict scenes from Korean folklore, history, and everyday life. It truly is something that has to be seen to be believed. The Seoul Winter Festa also sees the iconic Dongdaemun design plaza transformed into a visual spectacle with Seoul light, as the landmark serves as a blank canvas of vibrant light art. The immersive festival showcases cutting-edge digital projections, interactive installations, and large-scale illuminations that bring the Dongdaemun design plaza to life. Though you must also check out the Seoul Plaza skating rink that is another beloved winter tradition that's part of the Seoul Winter Festa. It offers a magical outdoor experience for locals and visitors alike. Set against the stunning backdrop of Seoul City Hall, this seasonal rink is a perfect place to embrace the winter chill and enjoy a fun-filled session on ice. But this next one is perhaps the most anticipated and popular Christmas event in Seoul. Indeed, it is almost always impossible to get in, but somehow I got lucky this year, so let me show you around. It is located on the 5th floor of Hyundai Seoul, which has transformed into a huge Christmas village, offering a grand Christmas circus show experience. Side note, it is also completely indoor, so this one is a great one to do if you want to escape the cold. But I have purposefully left this spot till the last, as it is my favorite one of them all. The main Shinsegae department store features this light show extravaganza, which holds high nostalgic value for me, as it is one of the first Christmas light shows that I ever saw on my first ever trip to South Korea. And it is, in my opinion, something you must see if you happen to be in Seoul during the Christmas season. I mean, come on, just look at it. But let's now take a break from the outdoor activities as I show you some indoor activities that the Koreans like to do during the winter season. Starting off strong with a traditional Jimjaebang experience. But what's a Jimjaebang, I hear you say? Well, it's basically Koreans' take on a sauna experience, blending wellness and socializing. These traditional bathhouses commonly feature hot baths, steam rooms, massage rooms, but one of the things that make Jimjaebang quite unique are these huge heated communal areas and TV rooms where people can just lounge and relax whilst enjoying some drinks and snacks. I went to the Jamsil Suyang Sauna, and I've placed a neighbor map/Google Map pin in my description box in case you want to go check that out. Another quintessential indoor activity that I would recommend you try is a Korean Pocha experience.
So I'm here outside Jongno-samga station, exit 6, and this is a place that a lot of locals come to during winter because it is full with pochas.
A Korean Pocha, the name shortened from the term Pojangmacha, you will find an entire street full of these red tents. These outdoor or semi-enclosed tents are popular spots where locals and tourists like myself alike gather to enjoy delicious and affordable Korean dishes, accompanied by some soju, beer, or makgeolli. We got some kimchi pork belly and this super peppery clam soup, which were both delicious, and had this with some soju. The cozy and often and rustic ambience of a pocha fosters a warm, lively atmosphere, and the tent also provides a warm refuge from the biting cold outside. It is not surprising to me why a Korean pocha is a highly popular winter activity here in Seoul. It was my first time to a pocha and I am now a huge fan. Speaking of things that I did for the first time, one of the things that I would highly recommend you do if you're here during the winter season is to do some day trips or short trips outside of Seoul. And trivia time, did you know that Busan is actually warmer than Seoul during the winter season? And so I took a 3.5-hour train ride from Seoul to visit Busan for the day. As it was my first time and I only had a day, I wanted to make sure I covered all the main spots, and so I signed up for this one-day tour via Klook, which began with a sky capsule ride from the Blue Line Park going across the stunning Hyundai beach. And I honestly think at this stage that the videos do more justice than anything I could say. I mean, just look at it. We then headed over to the Oyokdu Skywalk, and all I'm gonna say is that if you're scared of heights like myself, just make sure you're mentally prepared. The view is stunning, but it was scary standing on glass this high up. We then had a lunch break which featured fresh seafood barbecue and one of my favorite Korean dishes of all time, abalone congee, before heading over to Hunyul Culture Village, popularly known as the Santorini of South Korea. Choose to hang out in any one of their picturesque cafes or walk into one of their many quirky shops located along the path overlooking the ocean. I have to say though that my favorite part of this tour was the visit to the Gamcheon Culture Village, as I finally got to see these colorful houses from the top. We spent about an hour here exploring through the labyrinth alleys adorned with murals and installations. Honestly, if you have a spare day or two during your trip, this is a fantastic way to see Busan. Not to mention that I also made some fantastic friends along the way. But no travel guide of mine is complete until we've talked about what to eat. You see, whilst Korean street food is fantastic all year round, there are some specific street food items that are either extra popular or only available during the winter season. So let's talk about them. And we have to start with the most popular one of them all, Bungeoppang, aka Korean fish-shaped pastry. This seasonal favorite is warm, crispy, and commonly filled with red bean paste. The combination of the flaky pastry and sweet goodness of the red bean is so darn addictive. I highly recommend. Another winter comfort favorite of mine is a Hoppang, and you cannot miss the stalls that sell these, as you will commonly see steam billowing out from the stall front. These soft, pillowy steam buns are filled with various fillings. You can get a sweet option that's filled with red bean paste, or go for savory options which are filled with meat. They also serve as a nice little hand warmer as you go around exploring the city. Yet another one of my Korean street food favorites that for me is a must in winter is a Hotteok, aka Korean sweet pancakes filled with brown sugar syrup filling. The warm and gooey snack is a perfect pairing with the winter chill. These crispy golden pancakes are usually made to order, commonly found at street stalls just like this one at the Dongdaemun market. I am telling you that there's nothing quite like biting into a freshly made Hotteok. It is definitely something that I highly recommend you try. Roasted sweet potatoes are also something that you'll find almost everywhere during winter. You will commonly find them at traditional street carts that look like this, featuring a huge clay pot filled with freshly roasted sweet potatoes. These golden delights are roasted to perfection with their natural sweetness intensified by the heat. The result is a fluffy, caramelized interior hidden inside some slightly charred potato skin, offering a simple yet deeply satisfying treat. A slightly lesser known snack on this list would be these roasted chestnuts, known as ganpam. They are a beloved local winter comfort snack in South Korea, and though they might look quite ordinary, their warm, nutty aroma, a result of the chestnuts being roasted over an open flame or hot coals, results in a soft, sweet, slightly smoky snack that is both hearty and satisfying. And I think they are highly underrated. Definitely recommend you give them a go if you come across a stall selling them. I do hope that you found some value in this video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things. You know, it really helps in appeasing those YouTube algorithms algorithm gods, but more importantly, it just makes my day as a content creator. If you are also headed to South Korea for the first time while watching this, you may wish to check out my First Timer's Guide to South Korea, which includes all the lessons that I learned before and also during my first trip to South Korea. I've linked that video at the end of this video so that you can go ahead and check that out next. And if you got to this point of the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really do mean it when I say it means absolutely everything. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead or that you've already had a good day. I will see you very soon in the next video. Ciao!